Willie Nelson canceled an upcoming concert in April. No explanation was given for the cancellation. Some have speculated that he might not be in stellar health. I can only hope and pray the 88-year-old is okay. I'm not sure how Willie Nelson got mixed up in my memories, but he is. My brain's most replayed memories seem to include the music of Willie Hugh Nelson as a soundtrack. Truthfully, I'm not sure why I liked Willie so much. Maybe it was because I'm a redhead like him. Or maybe it was because he never struck me as a guy who was trying hard to impress you. He was just himself. I appreciated the meek way he approached music. I loved the gentle touch he had on his Martin N20. I liked that he used a guitar pick on nylon strings, causing uptight guitar purists to suffer cardiac infarctions. I liked that, over the years, his pick wore a hole into the spruce top of his instrument. Moreover, Willie wasn't a pop star. He is us. Kenny Rogers and Conway Twitty were great, but they represented were the shiny, star-studded Nashville elite. Willie was like the guy your daddy worked with. He didn't have a powerful baritone voice like Jim Reeves. He didn't wear a bow tie like Ray Price. He sounded like your uncle singing with the VFW band on bingo night. And Willie's tunes weren't anything like the idiocy that passes for modern country music today. A few days ago, I was in traffic, flipping past songs on the radio, when I landed on a new country song by Trace Atkins, featuring Luke Bryant and rapper Pitbull. The tune was entitled, "Where the Country Girls At?" I almost wrecked my truck on purpose. Willie didn't write stupid songs. He wrote poetry set to music. He wrote sonnets about cowboys, unrequited love, and angels who flew too close to the ground. The man made it acceptable to be a country musician with an actual vocabulary. Last month, my wife and I moved. And while we were packing our billions of corrugated cardboard boxes, I came across a container of LP records I'd forgotten about. Some of the albums dated back to the days when I was busy filling cloth diapers and running around with a Kool-Aid mustache. The records were almost all Willie. So one night before supper, I dug up an old turntable that has been in my family since the William Howard Taft administration. My wife and I listened to music that was, essentially, the film score to my childhood. I closed my eyes and retraced my life steps based on the songs of Willie Hugh Nelson. Whenever I hear Crazy, I am a 6-year-old kid, holding a chipped Stella guitar, trying to play in time with my uncle as he does his best Patsy Cline imitation. I can still see my uncle playing the bass walk down from the 1 chord to the 6 chord in the first measure. And when I hear Stardust, I'm reminded of the time my grandfather sat on the porch of his single-wide, perched on Lake Taneycomo, singing the lyrics to the intro of Hoagy Carmichael's anthem to love. When I hear Willie sing, "Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys," I remember being a little boy lying in bed with a 102-degree fever that threatened to melt my brain. I remember my father dressed in the all-denim uniform of a local number 10 iron worker, with soot on his hands. He stroked my sweat-laden red hair all night long and sang Willie songs softly between his tearful prayers for my well-being. When I hear "To All the Girls I've Loved Before," I am 16 again and experiencing my first broken heart. My father has been dead for years, and I'm a high school dropout. Some beautiful girl's parents have just told me, more or less, they don't think the son of a dead ironworker is good enough for their daughter. When I hear "Always on My Mind," I think of the beer joint band I played in, the Be Cowboys. We were a decent band, and by decent, I mean that occasionally we all played in the same key at the same time. And whenever the tune "On the Road Again" comes onto the radio, I turn it up. And I think of the woman I met nearly a quarter century ago, the brunette who thought I was interesting and smart and worth her time. I think of how this young woman, an aspiring math teacher, inspired a dropout to enroll in community college and to study English. I think of that old pickup truck I drove to the OWCC campus on weekends and for night classes. I think of the Achievement Award the school sent me years later when I had my first book published. I think of how after I graduated, my wife and I spent several years on the road, visiting 49 states in the name of my half-cocked writing career. Me, a writer, the son of an iron worker with the pedigree of dirt, but the heart of a musical cowboy. I hope you're okay, Willie.